Hello, anyway. Forget my voice right now. I was fighting cold and all that. Getting ready to take my medicine and all that. Take my sleep medicine. Give me one moment. I was listening to music, but unfortunately it's copyrighted music, so I can't play it on here. 5G. Anyways, yeah, this is me, Martel. I want to share a story that I was signed to a record label. Me and my cousin were talking about this, and I admit at the time I was desperate while I signed the music contract. I mean, I didn't have a lawyer, but I'm glad in hindsight, like in a way I did tell them to let me go. It was a story because it was just basically I was so hungry last year and all that, desperate. I'm just tired of just living an average life, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I want to confess to the audience, me being signed to a music label was actually an eye opener and all that. Cause I thought, my life was going to change. I started realizing, talk about advancing. I'm glad that it didn't go that far or anything, but basically it was kind of clear to me. So it was just issues with when they getting their producers. It was just come back to it was busy or something. I don't know. And they was having issue with getting producers for me and all that for 4 months. Back, I was working in July of last year. And 4 months of that, they didn't know how to promote me or how to market me anything. And I kind of figured they refused to promote me and market me because I don't fit agendas or stereotypes or anything. And why would I, let me just clear this up. I know I'm going to get myself just some hot water to be saying this. I don't talk about destruction, corruption, of my own people, anything, or degrade people, anything, despite the things I say in my videos and so at times, but just, I admit, I didn't have a lawyer or anything, and, but now I have my own publishing company and all that in a couple weeks or so. It's an eye-opener, actually, how dangerous the music business can really be, you know what I'm saying? How vicious it is, and I've been researching about this. I've also been part of it, locally for nearly 20 years now, and since 2007 and all that. And I've been recording and writing music. I've been writing music for 20 years since I went to Scott High School back around that 2004 to 2000. I think it was 2004, 2007. I left, me and my dad had moved. Me and my parents rest in peace. So I started writing poetry and all that. At the time, a lot of it was lost and damaged due to the house fire and all that, but hopefully I got some of it salvaged, poetries and all that. A lot of it wasn't all that good, but it was a start, It's actually ironic. My music career, nobody didn't show me or teach me how to be a musician or anything. And I thank my partner and brother in time and all that, K-Bridge tonight. We were talking about, getting his website going and all that, helping get his publishing and all that. The reason I want to start my own publishing, because I know how to start, besides performing songs, concerts and stuff like this. I guess the brother, Magic One, was just telling me something about, you just sitting on like unreleased music and all that, like albums worth of material and all that, basic mixtapes. And a lot of it was sitting there because of the copyrights and stuff. And I was worried about, I'm still kind of worried about copyright infringement. I ain't trying to get sued or anything. So that being said, yeah. So I'm carefully, me and Magic One, we working together. I'm very thankful for the brother, man. He teach me about how important the song, like ownership of your songwriting, song publishing is. I've been nothing but right for nearly 20 years and all that. I've been recording with being K-Bridge and stuff on my own and other producers since 2007. It's hell of a journey, I could say, and I gotta watch my mouth at times because I know the dark forces are listening, watching, and all that. So I had to take this in consideration. It's an honor to be. Appreciate, first of all, shout out to the audience of all walks of life. Especially people with disabilities, especially the homeless, people that's less fortunate and all that, even though I'm disabled myself, but I was thinking about people with disabilities and all that. And I had to think in consideration. I can't share too much detail because a lot of it is private. What I can share is that I do care about the vulnerable. So, and I have to be very careful what I say about this too, because I know because the media and social media, they twist everything around. Look what happened to, no disrespect, may they rest in peace to Mr. Michael Jackson and Mr. Tupac Shakur and all that, you know what I'm saying? Look how they, and Mr. Mike Tyson and all the black men, they slander, disrespect throughout the media, social media. So I'm very, very weary what I'm coming off and what I'm promoting, you know. And I've been trying to be mindful, understanding about a lot, you know, my audience, well-being and mental health and all that. I do care about the people and all that, you know what I'm saying? I'm learning, it took me actually around in different communities with other people of color actually got to teach me about other different cultures, backgrounds, struggles and stuff like that, what they go through. And I admit, while making music, I make music with my battles I go through. I deal with racism, police brutality, racial profiling. In my teenage years, I was beat up by the cops since 2006. I'll share this story. Back in 2006, me and my partner, K-Bridge and Prince, and so we were downtown and all that, just having fun and all that for July 4th for 2006. And somehow, I didn't know at the time I had to stop a would-be robbery and all that. It was a bunch of young black kids was ready to rob a store because they was hungry. I said, you know what, it ain't worth y'all going to prison for the rest of your life, so let me just buy some food for them and all. They was like ready to cry, said thank you. I hate to see, you know, young people hurting, struggling, starving, and all that, you know what I'm saying? And as soon as I came out, it was Mr. B downtown, Toledo. So at the time, back in 2006, and so I saw my cousin on the ground. I asked the officer what happened. Also, it was just 10 white cops just beating up on me and all that. And that was a story about myself or so. And both of us were, Brian was arrested. The story reminded me of Rodney King, Mr. Rodney King, and Tupac Shakur and all that. And yeah, I kind of admit I got very heavily influenced. I had to thank my dad, and my mother for trying to give me a Tupac Resurrection CD in 2003. Oh my God! All I can say about watching my mouth, because I know the powers that be is certainly are watching. Yeah, social injustice, racism, and all that, police brutality, and I was a victim of that, you know. And it forced me to deal with physical therapy, anger management classes, and Boys and Girls Club and all that. It was an interesting story. That's how I started my music career. Basically me and Brian started our music our career together as Ohio Street Kings with a partner, T. Road Boy and T-Bus. He came later, but me, Young T's and K-Bridge, we started back in 2007. And our first recording styles was basically like voice recorders and stuff like that. And it was some cheap knockoff studio and stuff like that. But hey, a start is a start, you know. It was kind of funny, you know. They didn't teach us how to be artists. But my beginning was actually around my dad, you know. Dad bought me like some type of DJ set and all that, and a karaoke machine. So that tells you that, you know, I didn't understand at the time, to be truthful with y'all, that I'm thankful for my parents. May my parents rest in peace and all that. To get me into music and all that. I did not know that my mother was a choir singer. She passed away due to my family's name and all that. I had to protect their names and privacy. My mother that passed in 2000 for April 13, 2003. And my dad passed on August 31st, 2014. It will be 10 years ago. And what's today's date? My apologies, everyone. January 9th, 2024 will be 10 years while my dad. And back to that too, you know, my parents were my inspiration, the pastor and also the streets and stuff. I got into a lot of nonsense, you know. I was a lost kid growing up, you know. Now I'm looking back at it too, being 34, I'm fighting my cold and all that. I'm kind of weary and nervous. I know I ain't the great example for, you know, young people, you know, especially kids, because, you know, where I was brought up, by surprise, I turned out to be a machine, anything, you know. On the contrary, though, forgive my voice right now, I'm still fighting a cold. As I'm listening to A Kiss from a Rose from Seal, great British singer. I wish I could let you hear, but I get copyright strike. So that's pretty much my basic story into the music field. And also, I want to say shout out to Cambridge, and also back in the old neighborhood, pushing me to the studio. That's actually ironic. I think it was Teens of the Future around Right Time Studio, so in Toledo, Ohio, and all that. And it was fun, actually. I did not know it was actually a studio. At the time, they all closed down, so the area, so, but it was fun. And he was always a rapper and all that. I met, I was working on a new unreleased material called Determined to Be Somebody, Greater Than Ourselves, you know. Our upcoming debut album with Ohio Street Kings from 2007 to 2016, 17, like nearly 10 years roughly of recording, you know. It's a compilation and all that from unreleased material and all that. And I had to work with the brother Magic One about understand a lot of music with samples and all that. And some of it might be released, some of it might not be released. So depends how that sound and all that. And we working on various projects. We were just you know, saying we ain't had no direction or style. So, and the musicians at the time that I grew up on, definitely Michael Jackson, Notorious B.I.G., Tupac Shakur, Will Smith. My dad was pushing me away on Will Smith because I was a young kid. He didn't really like the music, you know, especially back in those days, in the 80s and 90s and all that. I appreciate my mom and dad, though. You know, my dad, my mother loved Missy Elliott, and my dad loved Naughty by Nature and all that. I didn't know he really listened to Naughty by Nature. No, that's kind of funny and all that. Still got the CD there, still got the CDs from Motown and all that. So, yeah, my parents were basically Motown fanatics and stuff. And, that's my musical history in a nutshell, my story, you know. Martell's up.